Hey guys, this is Calculus Family. In this lesson, we are going to solve double integral problem, specifically converting to polar coordinates. This is the integral we have. It says find the integral from -1 to 1, from negative of the expression 1 minus x squared to 0, cosine of the expression x squared plus y squared dy dx. So how do we solve this? To solve this, we can only do this by converting it to polar coordinates so that everything will be very simple, right? Yes. So how do we do that? In polar coordinates, we know that wherever you see x, it becomes r cos theta. Wherever you see y, it becomes r sin theta. Then the expression x squared plus y squared always gives us the radius squared. That is one thing you should know. Okay, very very important. Meaning that the limits that we need limit for our r, then we need limit for what? Our theta, right? Now, when you come back to the question, before we can convert, we have to write down the original limits given. So the inner integral is dy. Okay, so you have y to be greater than or equal to negative square root of 1 minus x squared, then less than or equal to 0. Then you also have the outer integral to be x, right? S greater than or equal to negative, less than or equal to 1. Once we have this, then it means perfect, right? But what do we do? How do we then convert this one to the polar form? Remember, I can derive this equation to be y is equal to negative square root of 1 minus x squared. When I square both sides, I'll have my y squared equal to 1 minus x squared. Therefore, x squared plus y squared will be equal to 1. And this simply tells us that r squared is equal to 1. Therefore, our radius is equal to 1. Okay. And hence, we have radius to be equal to r to be equal to what? 1, right? So the magnitude of our radius is what? 1. We know that. Put it down. Then what again? Remember the coordinates of x lies between -1 to what? 1. Okay. So when I draw my coordinates on my x, I'll have -1 here. And therefore, the discs we are talking about will lie -1 and 1. That is giving an idea that our disc here is going to cross this quadrant. Okay, but let's see, this is not enough. Remember, it could be half, it could be half. The y will tell. The y starts from where? 0. Okay, start from 0 towards negative this expression. Okay, the y start from 0 to negative. Therefore, it means that my region of x is all right covering this end, but the y is starting from 0 to the negative side, meaning my actual shape is this. This is the region where I want to. Therefore, I'll clean this. Sorry, so let me clean it well. So therefore, I'm going to clean this side. That is not part of my. As simple as that. So you are just trying to graph to get the limit right. So you know that y is from 0 to what? To this point, while x is from -1 to 1. Now, once you know this, it means that for the radius, it's undeniable. We have r to be greater than or equal to 0, but less than or equal to radius 1. Then the next thing to consider is the y, which is going to give us the theta. Okay, so meaning our theta is starting from what? This end to this end, which is a half. Look at the theta. The theta is from here. This is my x and this is my what? Positive x and this is my negative x, right? So it is from this side. And remember, we have this pi on. This becomes what? 180, right? And this becomes what? 270, right? Then you come, this becomes what? 360. So here we simply choose from what? Pi to what? 2 pi. So this is pi. So this is our 2 pi. So our magnitude is going to start from what? This pi is 2 pi. So pi less than or equal to what? Less than or equal to pi. And once this is done, we are gone. So we have our outer integral always the theta. So from pi to 2 pi. Then we have from 0 to 1. And the next thing is we convert our function here polar form. Remember, as I said, x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. So I'll have cosine of the expression r squared. Then you introduce your change of variables. The dA for polar region is always r r. And once you write that, you are good to go. As simple as that. So in rewriting, I have integral from pi, integral from 0 to 1, r cosine of the expression r squared, r a. So with this expression, then it seems you're going to first integrate with respect to what r. Is that not it? So using substitution, which we demonstrated in our previous problem, which I'll entreat you to subscribe and also visit the problems we solved, I'll simply have my outer integral from pi, then I'll open brackets. Then what do I get? I simply have here, after your substitution, you end up getting 1 out of 2, right? Sine of the expression r squared, as simple as, because you make r squared. So this one, the substitution is let u equal to r squared. Differentiate to get what? 2u is equal to the r dot equal to the u over the r. Make the r the subject. 1 over 2. I've changed. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm just showing you the how to do the substitution. So let's u be equal to r squared, right? So the over the r equal to 2r. And when you make the r here the subject, you have the r to be equal to 1 over 2r. When you place it, it will cancel this r. Then find the integral of this, it becomes sine. As simple as that. Good. Once you've got this right, it's that my limit for integration 0 to 1. I have my, at this point, let's come from pi, I'll have here. When I put 1 inside, what am I getting? Sine 1 minus what? So sine 1 minus what? That's what? Sine 1, right? Sine, so here, when I integrate this for the last, I'll simply have what? 1 out of 2. All this is constant. I have theta. And from pi, obviously, you know that when I put 2 pi and I subtract pi, it's what? Pi. My final answer is pi on sine. Simple as. That's all I have for you. Please put in the comments whatever you didn't understand. Also anything that you would love us to report for you. See you, subscribe and share.